Good morning. I'm up early as usual. Got to get out of bed, and not let those bed sores start forming. We were not made to just lay around. I know some of us regret that at times, but that's the way of it. Hmm. Might have to deal with my beard a little bit more today so that I can look my best. Well, I've been up this morning focusing on walking, putting together some of the writings for the forthcoming Walking Flagstaff photo book. It's going to be a good one. It's being put together by a choice team, I'm telling you. I have to run to keep up with them. Well, you'll hear more about that another time. Seems to me that we continue moving through some difficult times here. I walk around out there and, walked over to the pond yesterday in the nice sunshine, and I see people out there, but not too many. There are some that are just sitting around gazing off into somewhere appropriately apart from each other. I got to say that for them. And there are others that are on the move, of all ages, keeping apart from each other. We are not made to be social isolates. We are gregarious creatures. I guess that's why we have the Gregorian chant, to chant our gregariousness, which includes the one who creates us, the one who breathes us, the one who breathed breath into us at the very beginning of this fleshly existence. And when we give our final outbreath, it will go back to the one who breathed us into this. Well, the in-between journey is something else, isn't it? Being meat. Being meat is something else. Check it out, flesh and blood, aware and conscious. Oh boy, filled with emotion. Yeah, I don't have to tell you about that, do I? Well, we got all those emotions. We got anger. We got love. We got all the emotions. So, this life journey is something that some say we chose. Not everybody agrees with that. They want to blame it on somebody else. But that thought of us choosing this is not a bad one in my point of view. I kind of like it. Like, okay, in my case, I think what I'll do is dive down there and become embodied in this Southern Baptist family in Georgia, in a little town, and see what happens. Well, I have seen what happened, and good people. I talked with my brother Gene, one of my brothers, on the 18th, whatever day that was, and wished him a happy birthday. He's just a young thing. He's only 79. I said, "What have you been doing?" We were FaceTiming it. We're modern. We're up to date. He said, "Well, it was Sunday." He said, I gave the sermon in my church and nobody was there. He said, I planned it that way. I said, well, how did you do that? I was thinking about perhaps the difficulty of it, I can see him standing up there in the pulpit in his good Baptist way, and I'm telling you, he's a good Baptist. He's not one of those other kind. Never mind about them. I said, how did you do that? He said, long decades ago, I talked on the radio all the time. He says it's the same kind of thing. I thought, okay, now my little brother has brought me back to reality. We laughed and talked a bit, and he went on his way. Well, I've had my cup of coffee and my M&Ms this morning, and I did write down some things about walking, which will go in the book, the Walking Flagstaff book. I hope. I've yet to hear from my editor. I just sent those things off. There were only a few of them, but I'll be writing some more. Just thought I'd check in with you here, make sure y'all are all okay. I hope you are. All right, I'll be getting on and doing some more of this writing stuff. That writing is something else for me. I love it. I just sit quietly and see what comes. What other way is there? Bye.